What's up, my fellow Trashineries? Welcome back to another video. And, you know, I reviewed the NECA 24-inch head, long head to tail Godzilla last week as a build up to this week where I review Godzilla King of the Monsters. No, sorry. I get confused sometimes, as you probably know, because you've watched all my videos, of course you have. Alright, well, today I'm reviewing Godzilla vs. Kong. This is a great movie, alright? The perfect kaiju movie in my opinion, alright? It's perfect in basically every aspect, alright? I'm not going to say anything now because I want to warn you. Please go watch this. I wouldn't recommend going to a theater, but if you have to, I guess you have to, alright, man? Alright, spoilers, please, leave. I want you to see this. This is fantastic. Beyond my words, this is unbelievably... Okay, I don't want to hype it up too much, but this is a great movie. Great. Please go watch it. Anyway. Besides that, let's get into this, alright, man? Okay. This movie is really great, alright? This movie is good. It's great. It's unbelievable, alright? Alright, so the story basically starts out with us. I think it starts out with Kong going through his day when we find out he's in containment because that's what Monarch does, and obviously the token girl who speaks to Kong, speaks to him. All right. Also, don't mind my hair. I cut it too short. You're not here to see my face. You're here to hear what I say. All right, man. Okay. So. The girl knows Kong isn't doing well. He's really angry about being in containment. So they're like, what are we going to do? I don't know. Leave him there. And then we have Godzilla angry because he knows there's other kaiju out. He knows there's other Alpha Titans out there. So he's trying to get them out. He's trying to be the only Alpha Titan out there. So he's killed every other Titan we saw back in King of the Monsters. Which is sad, because I really like that mountain titan, Medusa or whatever. The monster's called, the mountain one with the horns, looks really cool. But apparently they're dead, and so, it's sad, but whatever. Godzilla is mad, and he's trying at any cost to stop any other Alpha Titans from rising to be King of the Monsters. So, he, okay, so here's one of the main spoilers. There's a tech company making a artificial Titan, which is basically just Mechagodzilla. And so they've been testing it out, and Godzilla's been tracking that testing all over the world. And this time it goes to the main, American base. So he goes there, rampages, kills 8 people. So yeah, that happens, and then the human characters go on this big journey to try and figure out why the tech company is being attacked and why Godzilla is so mad. And I mean mad. So that happens, and Kong, it's figured out that Kong, there's this whole side plot where they're trying to get to the hollow earth, the theory that the earth is actually hollow and there's actually caverns and caves throughout the entire earth. So yeah, right? Okay. So, yeah. Then the science guy goes to the science girl that's helping the little girl talk to Kong and whatever. They try and go to Hollow Earth using Kong as a reference point to actually go in there. So, they first go by boat, and then Godzilla comes and wrecks everything, and then the humans and Kong play dead to make Godzilla think they're dead. But it's really stupid because they just turn off everything, and then it just Kong is just literally staring at him going, which is obviously he's not dead, but Godzilla's like, whatever, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna kill you. So he goes away, and then Kong gets flown out to the Antarctic, where there's one tunnel that goes to the Hollow Earth, and then the little girl signs to him, which apparently Kong knows sign language. Alright? So the girl signs like, oh, your family's there, or whatever. And Kong's like, oh. He doesn't like say anything, he just goes. He goes into the tunnel, goes to the Hollow Earth, because that's real. That was proven back in Kong Skull Island, where they're like, oh, Hollow Earth is no, it was King of the Monsters where it was proven where there's a Hollow Earth in, you know, that universe. Kong Skull Island set that up as a, you know, a thing. So Kong goes to Hollow Earth, the humans follow him, and then Kong goes to the Kong base where the Kongs originated, and they have this gigantic temple with Kong statues everywhere, and there's axes with like Godzilla spikes, because apparently Kong and Godzilla's species had a war back in Hollow Earth, which is all I like to see that. I like to see that because the I can't say. I just, that's a word I cannot say correctly. Choreography. You know what I'm saying, right? Where they make a cohesive fight team. So yeah, so Kong goes to the temple with all the Kong statues, and there's axes with Godzilla spines on them. Not Godzilla himself, but other Godzilla spines, because remember, they're species. They're trying to make it they want to make it as realistic as possible. Even though if actual Titans were that size, they wouldn't exactly exist. That's why the largest animal on Earth ever was the blue whale. Respects to my blue whales out there. Okay, so this is the cool part, because the tech giant, I thought it was like something robotics or whatever. Their Mechagodzilla is coming along fine, but it's fully built, it's ready, but it just doesn't have a power source. So they got the reason this whole exposition going in Hollow Earth was made so they can find a power source powerful enough to power the Mechagodzilla, so they can actually fight Godzilla and kill off all the Titans. So humans are the #1 apex predator or whatever. So while the humans are in Hollow Earth, they grab a power source or whatever, and Kong's like all mad about it, because everyone's all mad about it except the people who actually work for the tech company. And you know, if you watch this right now, you watch the movie. I don't have to explain anything to you, but this is my YouTube format, alright? So that happens, and then while that happens, Godzilla's came to the Mechagodzilla, which is in Hong Kong. And apparently Hong Kong is right below, like directly below the Kong fortress. So Godzilla's like, oh, I sense Kong. So he really is overpowered in this movie. Godzilla is really, really overpowered in this movie. And that's the best part. Godzilla's mad, and he's ready to fight, and he's overpowered, okay? So he uses atomic breath to burst a hole into the earth, and down into the Kong fortress in Hollow Earth. And it's crazy, man. That happens, and then Kong goes up with his new axe, which is basically the key plot of the fight. Key point of the fight, where Kong comes out of the hole that Godzilla made, and they get really for it, and they're acting like animals, like they should. Except Kong. Kong's been portrayed as a character in this movie really well, because Kong is portrayed more of an action hero with a compelling story, with believable trauma, and whatever. So Kong isn't like an actual character in this movie, and it's believable. He wants to be the Alpha Titan and whatever, but Godzilla's portrayed as an animal, a fierce animal with nothing holding him back, alright? So, they fight, it's awesome, it's beautiful, it's compelling, and goes on, and it's brutal, and everything's happening, and buildings of it falling down, and Godzilla and Kong both get injured. Kong more, because, not to say this rudely, but Kong loses. I will not take any criticism for that. Kong loses, and I don't care. If there's any, Kong was the real winner because this was his... No. Whose name comes first, alright? Godzilla name comes first, alright? Godzilla wins this, alright? Kong had his win back in the first Godzilla vs. Kong. He won that. This is Godzilla's win, alright? So anyway, Godzilla wins, Kong submits somewhat, and then Mechagodzilla gets the energy from, Hollow Earth, and then, surprisingly, here's how it works. Mechagodzilla's whole, being controlled is being worked by a pilot inside Ghidorah's skull. When Godzilla ripped off Kevin's head back in King of the Monsters, that head didn't get it kind of got destroyed by the oxygen destroyer, but it was perfectly intact. So they used that head as a way to control the giant Mecha Godzilla. But with the new energy, that awakens the Ghidorah's spirit or whatever. So it becomes a self-possessed ghost Mechagodzilla, like Kiryu, but lamer. Because Kiryu is presented as a character in that one, but Mechagodzilla is more of a backup villain, because they don't want to upset people by having a definitive winner, even if there is a definitive winner. So they had a third kaiju come in, which is Mechagodzilla, which was teased everywhere, because Legendary can't keep a secret for the life of them. Either way, Mechagodzilla happens, and the there's another fight where Kong gets revived with one of the ships they use to go into the Hollow Earth and whatever, and it's awesome. It's brutal because Kong uses his axe. Godzilla powers it because it's one of his species' spines, so the atomic breath is automatically attracted to the axe, which powers it up and makes it stronger, and he just actually destroys Kong. Mechagodzilla, he just destroys it, rips him apart, tears off his everything, and, cuts off his arms, his leg, his tail, and then he just goes to decapitate the head, but he already used the axe energy too much, so he was like, I can't take it, I'm an animal, I can do this, and he just goes on top of him and just tears his head off, triumphantly. He's like, I'm the winner. So yeah, that's the end fight, and Kong and Godzilla are like, okay, we're evenly matched. No, they're not. They're not. If they actually had a one-on-one battle, Godzilla would definitely win because he's so overpowered. Either way, they just go their separate ways, and now there's two Alpha Titans that equally ruled or whatever. And now Kong lives in Hollow Earth, and Godzilla's been off, whatever, until his next movie. Please, there better be a next movie, or we're gonna riot. Either way, yeah, that was Godzilla vs. Kong. It was a wonderful movie. The sound design, the animation, the effects, the acting was subpar. It was believable, but it was kind of like underwritten, so it wasn't really, you know, it was kind of weird. But you know, it's a kaiju movie. You're not gonna come here for the If you're not coming here for the kaiju, you're not coming for a kaiju movie. All right. If you're not here for the monsters, you're not the right person to see this movie. All right. Anyway. So yeah, everything was awesome. The music, especially, I was surprised by the music selection because they went the James Gunn route, and they had music that was actually intertwined to the story somewhat. Because I haven't really researched the actual meaning of any of the songs, but you know, it was really cool. Some good music, good effects, okay acting, of course, you know, and they actually had a very well written character, which was obviously Kong. And the action was the best part, alright? There's like three main fight scenes that, you know, that are actually important to the story. They really matter, which was the first fight scene between Kong and Godzilla in the ocean. Then it was the Hong Kong fight, and then it was the second Hong Kong fight with Mechagodzilla. Those were the three main fights, and honestly, this is a really good movie. I could watch this movie any time of the day and just have fun. It's short, it's fun, and I love it. Alright? It's big, dumb, fun, and that's all you need to know to love this movie. If you're not here for the monsters, this isn't the movie for you, and leave. Alright? Anyway, that was Godzilla King of the Monsters. I mean, Godzilla vs. Kong, I'm sorry. That Godzilla King of the Monsters is just a easier name to say than Godzilla vs. Kong. For some reason, it just rolls off the tongue. Okay, that was Godzilla vs. Kong. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. This was a great movie. I definitely give it a 9 out of 10. Loved it. Awesome. And thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next Friday. See ya.